Hello my dear and welcome back to Panzu classes. I hope you are doing great and having a great learning. In this session, Sia has got something interesting for us and that is this. She wants to DIY a bookmark. DIY means do it yourself. So let's help Sia in making a bookmark. For that, she wants some ribbons, rectangular papers, paints, colors and everything. Now she has a doubt. She's asking that how much length of the ribbon is required to fence it. Fence. Did you hear this word before? Yes, we have. Actually, it has something related to math. So what is fencing? Fencing means covering the boundary. And she wants to cover the total length of boundary with ribbon. Total length of boundary means perimeter. So in order to fence a shape, we have to find its perimeter. And when we know the perimeter, we can fence the shape. Okay, now perimeter is done. Now she has another big doubt. Her question is that how much space is to be painted. Means something inside of the boundary she wants to work in. That is the space inside it. So tell me my dear, what is the space inside of any shape is called? That is called the area. So she wants to paint the area of this rectangular paper. For that we will find its area. Okay, now area is also done. Now next step she wants to do is paste some small tiny pictures on it. For example, these, and her bookmark is ready. And now let me tell you, this is a very big concept of math and that is called tiling. So my dear, tiling is a method which is used to make a new shape by repeating small shapes with no gaps. So here in the case of bookmark as well, we are repeating the rectangles in such a way that they are leaving no gaps in between and we are forming another shape that is rectangle or maybe covering the already made rectangle. So this process is called tiling. Let me give you a few more examples. Suppose you take small tiny squares and join it or repeat it in a way that it leaves no gaps in between. And not only the shapes like rectangle or square, but we can take some fancy shapes as well like these. And we can join this or repeat this shape in a way that it must leave no gap. And with that, we are using this shape for tiling. Now, can we do the tiling with this shape? That is, can we repeat this shape and join it in such a way that it leaves no gap? Bring in your pen and paper and try to do this. So my dear, you will observe that we cannot do tiling with this shape because if we are repeating this shape and joining it, we can see gaps in between. And if you see gaps in between, that means you cannot use that shape for tiling. Now let me ask you a few questions. Is it tiling over here? If you observe, then yes, it is tiling. That is, the small hexagons are repeated and joined in a way that they are leaving no gaps in between. So therefore, yes, hexagons can be used for tiling and this is tiling. Moving on to the next one. Is it tiling? Then absolutely yes. You are repeating shapes and joining them in a way that again, we are not able to see any gaps. So therefore, this is also tiling. How about this one? Yes, so 2-3 shapes are combined together and repeated in a way that this can be used for tiling and we can see no gaps over here, right? Okay, how about this one? Then, yes, white square, then purple square, then white square, then purple square. This is used in the first row. In the second row, we can see the blue squares are used. In next row again, white, purple are used. So again in the next row, so this is the pattern. We are repeating the small little tiles and making a new shape out of it. So my dear, this is also tiling. Now how about this one? Is this tiling? Then yes, this is also tiling because we are repeating this shape, then reversing it and putting again, then again reversing it, putting again, reversing it, putting again. So yes, this is also tiling and then you can just color it over. Now moving on to the next one. Can this triangle be used for tiling? Then you can even reverse the triangle and can try joining them. Then answer is yes. If you're going to reverse it and join them, again you will be able to see another shape. And yes my dear, this can also be used for tiling because there are no gaps in between. Okay, so now moving on to the next question. Which one out of these do you think can be used for tiling? That is, which shape out of A, B, C, D you can use and repeat it in a way that it doesn't leave any gaps. So which one do you think? Did you choose option number C and D? Then yes, it is correct. They can be used for tiling. You can fit into each other and then you're good to go with that. Now let's summarize whatever we have learned today. We have learnt about the method called tiling. Tiling is a process or a method where you repeat small shapes and join them in such a way that it leaves no gaps in between. So these shapes can be used as well by reversing them and joining them. Now it's your time to spark your curiosity and look around yourself at some patterns and see which shapes can be used for tiling. I'll see you in the next session with some practice questions. Till then, bye-bye.